What's up, guys? Welcome to the workout for the day. Hope you're having a good one so far. We're playing with the number 4 today. We got 4 rounds, 4 minutes each, and we're working through 4 movements. This is how it's going to go. For that first 4-minute round, you're going to be constantly working, starting with 20 sit-ups and then 10 burpees. Then going into 20 lunges per leg, back to 10 burpees, and then 20 dips, and then back to 10 burpees. Then you're going to continue cycling through all those movements. You're going to go back to the top, to those 20 sit-ups again, 10 burpees, so on and so forth, having those burpees in between each one there. After that 4 minutes is done, you're going to take a nice 90-second rest, a little bit longer than normal, really give us time to kind of bring that heart rate back down, catch our breath in order to hit that next 4 minutes super hard and continue pushing it for that entire round. So we're going to keep going through that for all 4 rounds, 4 minutes each, and you're just going to keep going through each movement during that time period there. So that's what we got in store. We're going to go ahead, get warmed up here for a few minutes, get things moving, get the blood flowing, and then cover those movements, and then jump into it.
Alright, we're going to start off with some jumping jacks. And just follow along until I tell you the next movement. And 3, 2, 1, done. Next up, we're going to do some air squats. So this is just a nice warm up. So don't worry about going too hard or all full depth yet. Just warming it up. Weight through your heels, sending your knees outward. Flat feet. And 2 more. So we're going to get down into our squat, the bottom of our squat. And weight through your heels. With one hand down on the ground, send the other up to the sky. And switch. Three more here. Shake it out. Now we're going to do 5 more air squats. See if we can get a little bit better form on those. Alright, hopefully that helped a little bit. We're going to do hip circles. So lift your knee up and outward. Really try and push your range of motion on these. And 2 more. Alright, next up we're going to do, I always forget what the stretch is called. We're going to grab your ankle or just above and pull as high as you can to get a stretch through your hip, a little bit of IT band. After a few seconds, and switch. 2 more. Okay, we're going to start getting our arms involved a little bit. Do 5 inchworms. So if you remember, reach down to the ground, start inching your hands out. And I do want you to do the push-up at the bottom. And inch your hands back. 5 total. Oh, it's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next one. This next stretch, you might have done that when you're in PE in school. Bring one arm up, and you're pulling on your elbow backwards, a little bit towards behind your head. Sorry about that. Hold for about 10 seconds and switch.
Either PE or baseball or softball.
Oh, that too. And switch. And let's do each side one more time. Okay. Palms facing down. We're going to go across the body. Palms up. Now up and down with parallel arms. Keep a nice strong midsection through this. Tucking your hips beneath your ribs. Now alternate your arms. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Last one, we're going to do some twist and pivots. So, with your feet staying where they are, you're going to twist your body to look at the wall behind you with your outside foot coming up. Should feel like you're wringing out your spine. Stretch through the hips and obliques. Maybe even some ankles. And 2 more. Whew.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool. Got things moving a little bit, loosened up. So now we're going to go over the movements. All fairly standard, with the exception of one that we haven't really done before. But if you've been working out for a while, you've probably done them. It's the dips, but we'll get there in a second. We're going to start with sit-ups. So laying down on your butt, back on the ground. Lauren's going to start with her knees bent here. That is one option. We'll cover the others here in a second. But from here, using the arms as much as you need to, come on up to at least parallel. And then back down, perpendicular, not parallel. Going back down, coming back up again. Want to make sure that chest gets all the way up to get that good engagement of the core there. We're not going to be shorting ourselves any reps. So that is what we're looking for in the full range of motion. She can also have her legs straight for more of a pike sit-up. This actually might engage the core a little bit more, you'll notice, maybe even a little bit lower through the abs, so you can play around with that. Or you can have your knees bent, but to the side in more of a butterfly style with the bottom of your feet together. So that's another variation there for you today. You can play around with all three, mix it up as you go through it. Might be easier to change it up, maybe 10 one way, 10 another. That way you can move through all 20 unbroken instead of having to take a rest. So play around with that one today. See how it goes. After the 20 sit-ups, we're jumping into the 10 burpees. So we have quite a few of these today, so we want to make sure they're as efficient as possible. So notice she fell to the ground controlled, but she didn't do a negative push-up, right? We want to make sure we get down there quickly, not waste a lot of energy. From here, she's going to arch up a little bit, engaging kind of the midsection and the lower back to get that arch. And then from there, kind of use that stretch reflex and shoot the feet underneath her, landing flat-footed with a wide stance. Then from there, doing the jumping clap. To finish out the rep, want to make sure we hear you every single time. Go ahead and do one more. Again, notice she's not doing a negative push-up. She's not doing a normal push-up to come on up into the top of that burpee either. It's more of an arch, roll, and then snap those feet underneath you to complete the rep. So those are the burpees. Going into the 20 lunges next, 20 per leg. So we're going to start in a normal stance here about hip width. And then as you lunge out, make sure you're going wide and long with that foot. Getting a perfect vertical shin here. And then going to the other leg. Again, nice and wide. Keeping that chest upright too. We don't want to be hunched over during these. Having that back knee touch. Good. So it would be, again, right leg would be 1 rep. Come back. Left leg, that's completing the first rep and come back. So 20 per leg. Back to the 10 burpees after that. And then finally into the 20 dips. So we're using a box today, but you can use a couch, you can use a chair, you can use a low table. Whatever you have available to you is fantastic. Whatever works and is solid and won't really fall, right? We want to make sure it's sturdy. From here, there's a couple of different variations. You can have your feet planted and about bent at 90 degrees or so. Then from there, you're going to lower yourself down and then come on back up. Going down one more time, we're going to hold. Notice her shoulders are below her elbows. That is the depth that we want to see reached every single time. Then on back up. Also, you can't quite tell. Maybe let's have you do one from the front. What we don't want to see is the elbows flare out. She's doing a good job of keeping the elbows close to her body, in line with her arms, or with her shoulders. So they're not flaring out to the side. That puts a lot of excess, unnecessary, and kind of painful pressure there on the front part of the shoulder. So I want to make sure we're keeping things nice and stacked as much as possible. And then coming on back up there. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can also have the legs straight with more of just your heels resting on the ground. This would be creating a little bit more leverage in that dip position there. There you go. And coming on back up. Oh yeah. A little bit more difficult on those, but play around with it. You can choose each variation, maybe 10 and 10, and scale accordingly there. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, again, 10 more burpees to complete that full cycle, and then back to the top as you go through those 4 minutes there. So yeah, as you wrap up that 4 minutes, say you ended after the 20 lunges. After the 90-second rest, you're going to start again with the 10 burpees after those 20 lunges. So you're just going to pick up right where you left off for that next 4-minute set. No need to start back at the top with the sit-ups every time. Mm-hmm. So that's what we got in store. Those are the movements for you. Go ahead, get things set up as you need to for the workout. Get your area, make sure you have something to do dips on. Grab a mat if you want to for your sit-ups. Get some water, get some music, and we're going to get started here in a second. All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started here with the first 4-minute set. We're starting with those 20 sit-ups and then going into the 10 burpees. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job, you guys. On the pace on those burpees, you can keep for all 10. Remember, it's 20 per side, so it's really 40 total here on the lunges. Nice and wide with each step, keeping that chest up.
Guys, less than a minute.
All right. A nice 90-second break here. If anything felt tight or a little sore during that first 4 minutes there, go ahead and take this time to kind of stretch it out, mobilize. Make sure we're nice and loose for that next 4-minute set coming up.
Great job on those lunges, everyone. Whew. Always good.
Oh yeah. All right, 15 seconds left here. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job, you guys. Keep it going. Keep it going. Fifteen seconds.
Woo! Rest.
Nice job.
Halfway there. Whew.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Doing great, you guys. If you're out of breath, good. Keep that pace up. If you're not out of breath, and you're like, oh, this workout's too easy, Just a little bit faster. See how it goes. Should be able to keep pushing through it. Get a good sweat going.
If you really need something special, do jumping lunges.
Yeah.
But you got it.
We're letting you have your own judgment on that one. Again, loosen things up. Stretch them out. Deep breaths. You got 15 seconds here. Picking up where you left off. In 3, 2, 1, go. Doing great, everybody. Here we go. Minute 30 left.
Good job, everyone.
Doing great. 30 seconds. All right. Take a breather. Just one more round to go. This is it, just last 4 minutes on this one. See if you can give it your all. Try to get a few more reps than you were on the previous 3 rounds. So after this, you're done. You can rest. Eat whatever you want. Ooh, donuts. Say it's morning. Eat donuts, pancakes, scramble. This is before dinner. I don't know, barbecue.
Yeah.
Pasta.
I was thinking pizza.
Pizza. Oh.
Teriyaki.
Hopefully, I'm not making me too hungry. We got 20 seconds. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. All right, guys. Last one here. Go. Come on, guys, keep it up. Keep it up. Last 90 seconds. Home stretch.
Check, guys, less than a minute. Come on.
20 seconds. Here we go. All right.
Time.
Woo. Nice job. Take a second, either walk around,
Roll around.
or whirl around, big seat. Catch that breath. I'm gonna sit right here. Woo. Deep breaths. Way to keep pushing.
That's good, you guys. Good stuff.
For sure. Alright, so 3 more deep breaths. In slowly through the nose. And exhale deep through the mouth. Opening up that diaphragm. In through the nose. And exhale. One more in. And exhale. Good. You can feel that heart rate coming down a little bit. Gonna hit a couple stretches here. Loosen up before we call it a day. Let's start in a lunge stretch since, we did a few lunges in the workout. Want to make sure these muscles stay loose.
No more.
Activity completed.
Oh, good job.
Oh, now we're done. Alright, so hitting this lunge, you guys. Again, long, wide stance. Keeping the chest upright. I think of rotating the hips underneath you. Don't overarch the back. You're not going to get a good stretch that way. But once those hips are rotated underneath you, we're going to drop those hips towards the ground. You should feel a good stretch here to the top part of the quad. Time for the hip flexor. Alright, let's go on down now. Get that chest closer to the ground. Keep the legs and feet where they are. If you can get both forearms on the ground, that's awesome. Otherwise, just get as low as you can. I'm kind of in the middle right now. One's got both forearms there. In addition to that quad stretch on the back leg, you could feel and should be feeling a good kind of hamstring and groin stretch on this front leg. Let's go about 10 more seconds here. See if you can sink a little deeper. Good, and let's sit on back on that back foot now. Get a quick hamstring stretch. Pulling that toe towards you as far as possible, or if you can't quite reach the toe, reach as far as you can, but flex that toe back towards you. Should be a good hamstring, calf, ankle stretch. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Again, long, wide step. Rotating the hips underneath you. Sinking them low towards the ground as much as you can. Being active through this, trying to create a good stretch in addition to letting gravity do the work. About 10 more seconds here, and then we'll fold forward. Three, 2, 1. Bring that chest close to the ground now. Maybe you will notice that one side is more flexible than the other. One leg is more flexible than the other. That's good knowledge for the future. And stretch out that side a little bit more. Again, as we loosen up, try to get that chest closer to the ground. Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and sitting on back. Again, pulling on that toe or flexing that toe. Three, 2, 1. Good. We're going to hit a couple more stretches before we wrap this up. You're going to go back to that implement that you used for the dips, so whether that's the couch, chair, box, what have you. You're going to hit a prayer stretch. Kind of open up those lats and triceps that we were working for the dips. So you're going to kneel down in front of that ledge. You're going to get both elbows onto that ledge, that box. Interlace the hands, or you can, kind of like you're praying, as we say in the name of the prayer stretch. You're going to sink back far enough so that you can get your head in between your elbows, and then try to sink down as far as you can. Should be feeling a great stretch here, kind of the triceps, armpits, lats, kind of even thoracic part of that upper back there. I'm going to hang out here for about 15, 20 more seconds. Let things loosen up. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come on out of that. Alright, and this last one here, a little twofer. It's going to not only help, kneeling on a little rock. That's comfortable. It's going to help open up the abs from all those sit-ups, as well as kind of alleviate some pressure on the lower back. Some people kind of feel that during the burpees if they're not engaging muscles correctly, so this is going to help with that. We're going to lay on our stomach. Good old Cobra Stretch or Seal Stretch, whatever you want to call it. Arch up as far as you can. Okay, maybe that's just to the elbows at first. Totally fine. As we loosen up, get a little bit higher. This is going to open up those core muscles. So some deep breaths here through the kind of stomach, lower part of the diaphragm. Stretch everything out. And again, it's going to take some pressure off of that lower back too, from all that bending over and hinging that we were doing in those burpees.
Mm-hmm. As a side note, if you want more of these stretches we're doing, you should check out the rest of the YouTube channel, Foundation's YouTube channel. There are different playlists of a ton of different stretches for mobility. You can sort by upper body, lower body, so many routines and flows. So, highly recommended to check that out.
Yep. 10 more seconds here. Let's get 2 more big deep breaths through that stomach. Opening up the core muscles. Three, 2, Relax out of that. Oh, we're gonna call that a day. Oh. Great job again today, everybody. Way to push through those 4 rounds. All those movements. Should have been a good full body workout for you today. So again, if things are still sore, still tight, hit those stretches again, or like Lauren was just saying, check out the channel. There's a lot of good ones there to keep you loose. We don't want you getting too sore or too tight from these workouts so that you can't work out the next day if you don't want to. So, yeah.
Good job, you guys. Keep moving. Keep hanging in there. Doing great. And like and subscribe. All that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We will see you in the next one.